Export and import in Indonesian economy. Export is an international trade activity by selling goods abroad. On the other hand, import is bringing in goods from abroad. So, export and import are international trade activities or trade between countries. Why should export and import? Export and import are important for the development and growth of the national economy because not all countries have the resources and skills needed to produce certain goods and services. Export and import activities themselves are a form of communication or cooperation in each country. The purpose and benefits of export. First, controlling product prices. A country that carries out export activities is able to take advantage of overcapacity on a product. That way, the country is considered capable of controlling the prices of export products that occur in their country. Why? Because these domestic products will have a cheaper price when they can be produced easily and abundantly. In order for the country to be able to control prices in the market, it exports to other countries that need the product more. Second, growing the domestic industry. A country's export activities will give birth to other, much larger industries. Increased export demand for a product will have a direct impact on industrial development in a country. Trading activities in the international scope carried out to provide stimulation to domestic demand are called exports. In this way, export activities will result in a more conducive business climate, then the country will familiarize itself to compete with intense competition in international trade. The third, increase foreign exchange. The value of wealth owned by a country in the form of foreign currency is called foreign exchange. The existence of export activities is useful for opening new market opportunities abroad. These opportunities will foster the expansion of the domestic market, investment, and foreign exchange in a country. Fourth, increase job opportunities. Export activities will indirectly create new jobs. In this way, export activities will also reduce the unemployment rate. In addition, export growth in Indonesia will create employment opportunities which will reduce poverty. 5 biggest export commodities. First, textile. Indonesians often import textile products from abroad. However, Indonesian textile products are no less good than other countries. Indonesia has a large number of textile industries and has succeeded in increasing domestic foreign exchange. Therefore, Indonesian original textile products are ranked in the top 5 export commodities. Second, rubber nature. Don't be surprised if rubber is used as the main commodity in export activities in Indonesia. Why? Because Indonesia itself is the second largest rubber producing country in the world. Indonesian rubber products are consistently shipped to several developed countries like China, America, and Japan. The third, palm oil. Palm oil is a product that is often used as a raw material for cooking oil, butter, soap, and some beauty products. Most of the palm oil will be exported in the form of palm oil and palm kernel oil. Indonesian palm oil products are shipped to several countries such as Pakistan, India, and China. Fourth, cocoa. Same as rubber, Indonesia itself is the third largest cocoa bean producing country in the world. The exported cocoa beans will later be processed into chocolate or other foods. And the last one is wood. Indonesia, as a tropical country, has good and abundant prospects for the development of the timber industry. Paper pulp and wood are some of the forest products that are shipped overseas. The purpose and benefits of import. First, fulfill the needs of domestic. Imports are needed because the country cannot fulfill the needs for certain goods and services due to various factors. For example, factors of production, natural resources, and exports. The needs of the public are higher than the result of domestic production of goods. Second, to increase balance of payments. Because with the balance of payments, a country can measure the magnitude of the flow of funds from abroad, either funds going out or funds coming in, and as a tool to measure or assess the economic conditions associated with the international economic transactions of a country, and also a means of collecting data on economic transactions so that the government of a country, when carrying out export and import activities, does not experience losses and can make timely payment settlements. The third, to reduce foreign exchange outflows to other countries. Foreign exchange has an important role in reducing exchange rate fluctuations and encouraging the economic progress of a country. Foreign exchange is used as a tool to stabilize exchange rate fluctuations, to reduce demand and finance imports, so that the domestic currency exchange rate can be maintained. As a tool of financing foreign debt, international trade payments, financing international relations, and source of state revenue. 5 biggest import commodities. The first one is oil and gas. Indonesia is a customer of oil and gas imports consisting of crude oil products, and gas. The value of oil and gas imports will increase if there is a spike in crude oil and gas prices on the international market. The country of origin of Indonesia's subscription crude oil import is Saudi Arabia. Apart from crude oil, Indonesia is also still addicted to gas imports from the Middle East. Second, mechanical machinery and equipment. These machines and mechanical equipment are used to support the domestic industry. BPS noted that Indonesia imports machinery and mechanical equipment from China, Japan, South Korea, Thailand, Taiwan, Malaysia, Singapore, USA, Germany, Italy, Australia, and so on. This includes imports of precision machinery and motor vehicle engines or automotive. Furthermore, the automotive engine is assembled by a manufacturer in Indonesia. Third, plastic. Other Indonesian imported commodities are plastic and goods made of plastic. One of the plastics is used for packaging in the food and beverage industry. Plastic raw materials are also used for the automotive industry. Fourth, cereals or grains. Cereals or grains are a group of plants grown for their seeds or grains to be harvested as a source of carbohydrates or starch. Cereals commodities that are still imported include wheat, corn, sorghum, and so on. Indonesia imports these cereal commodities from Australia, Canada, Argentina, the US, Brazil, and others. Wheat imports are used as a raw material for bread and instant noodles, which are popular among Indonesians, while corn is used for animal feeds and consumption. Fifth, pharmaceutical products. It's not a secret that 90% of the raw materials for Indonesian medicines still come from imports. Indonesia is still dependent on the supply of pharmaceutical products from China, India, and others. Due to COVID-19 pandemic, the government has begun to map out efforts to reduce imports of pharmaceutical raw materials and encourage domestic production. Advantages of exporting and importing. First, develop product market. Second, increase profit. Third, expanding market reach. Fourth, increasing production scale. Fifth, avoiding local competition. Sixth, establish cooperation between countries. Seventh, overcoming a country's weaknesses. Eighth, to avoid monopoly products. Indonesian export and import development for January until April 2021. The value of Indonesia's export until April 2021 reached $67.38 billion, an increase of 24.66%. Compared to the same period in the previous year, the increase in export performance was triggered by an increase in the export value of oil and gas products by 27.14% and non-oil and gas products by 24.84%. Regarding the sector, non-oil and gas export from the processing industry during January until April 2021 increased by 25.96% compared to the same period in the previous year. Exports of agricultural products and mining products from Indonesia also increased by 15.75% and 19.66% respectively. According to province, the origin of the largest export goods during January until April 2021 was West Java worth $11.01 billion, followed by East Java worth $7.36 and Riau worth $9.05 billion. Strengthening export-import continuing trend of economy recovery. Indonesia's economic recovery continues in line with the trend of strengthening export and import. Indonesia export in May 2021 reached $16.60 billion, or rose significantly by 58.76%. In line with the export value, Indonesia import performance in May 2021 also increased by 68.68%, or recorded a value of $14.23 billion. Meanwhile, oil and gas export grew by 66.99%. This increase in export was in line with the rising prices of some of Indonesia's mainstay commodities. Meanwhile, in addition to recovering global demand, strong domestic demand growth has also pushed production to a higher level. In addition, the absorption of the number of workers has also begun to grow positively to meet the increasing demand for operational capacity. This expansion of the workforce also encourages improvement in the absorption of domestic workers, which has declined due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The recovery in global and domestic demand, accompanied by increased manufacturing activity, has promoted an increase in imports of raw materials and capital goods. These positive developments will support Indonesia in responding to global and domestic challenges so that external sector resilience can be well maintained in 2021. Okay guys, that's all about my topic. Thank you.